Inside these Egyptian pyramids, which are 418 feet high from the ground and built 5000 years ago, that just to see it, researchers sent a robotic camera inside the pyramid. But after coming to a place, this robotic camera stopped because now there was a stone in front of it. A very big slab had come. The researcher believed that there is definitely some secret hidden on the other side of this stone, which has been buried for the last 5000 years. But he had to know this secret at any cost. So he installed a drill machine in front of the robotic camera, which made a fine field on that stone wall. Now a camera was sent from this fine field which saw a scene behind that stone wall, which was never seen before. Some people are surprised to see only this that for 5000 years how are these pyramids built earlier so similar? How is the level of the ground buried between them so uniform? All this is definitely surprising, but believe me, if you are surprised once while looking at the pyramids from outside, then you will be surprised inside them. After seeing it, you will be surprised thousands of times. Whether you think that the pyramids are on one level or are very high, the gathering of stones seems mysterious. Then the biggest secret of the pyramid is hidden in the secret chambers of those pyramids. Let us know about it in detail. Friends, whenever a person sees a pyramid, the first question that comes to his mind is that how would these have been made? And after that, he wonders why these were made. How were they made? We have already given you the answer to this in the previous video. Archaeologists from all over the world believe that know the answer to this question will be found in the Pyramid of Giza. There are more than 100 pyramids in Egypt, and all the pyramids are built in such a way that you feel both surprise and fear after seeing them. But the Pyramid of Giza is the pyramid in which archaeologists think that the mystery can be solved because of the X-ray light, which convinced the archaeologists that the Pyramid of Giza is definitely hiding something which is very important to be found. If it is known from the beginning, story begins in the year 1989. For the first time, archaeologists found such a stone in the wall of pyramid. A clue was seen which could be used as a door, but that hole was very small yet. When the archaeologists somehow entered through it and reached inside the pyramid, they understood that this mystery is not just confined to the outside, there is something written in alien languages inside. It was written in a way which had never been seen before, and no linguist even expected that it would be a language. Till now, neither Mesopotamia had been discovered nor the Indus Valley civilization had been discovered since that day. This search of archaeologists has been going on till date, but there is no milestone in it which has completely changed this search, and that search is the X-ray of these pyramids. To understand why this X-ray was so important, you need to know this: what did the archaeologists find first inside the pyramid? Actually, when the archaeologists went to this pyramid for the first time, they understood that it is a kind of graveyard, and after seeing the big granite coffin at door, they understood that the reason behind the building it was there must be some big motive. From here onwards, in various kinds of research, it was understood that the pyramid is further divided into two parts, and those parts are king's chamber and queen's chamber. Both these parts must have divided the pyramid into two parts Archaeologists had some idea of this earlier, but then they bombarded the pyramid with X-ray rays and observed they were shocked by what they saw. There was not only the queen's chamber or the king's chamber, but there was also a special kind of chamber which was above both of these and just below the tip of the pyramid. Seeing this, the archaeologists were surprised and named it Secret Chamber. Now it was time to reach this chamber, but how could a chamber be reached which was so secret that despite being inside outside the pyramid for 100 years, archaeologists could not see it? In the beginning, no one understood the way to reach that chamber. This happened because this chamber is connected to other two chambers in such a way that if a person wants to reach there, then he cannot reach there without breaking the pyramid. In such a situation, for many years only archaeologists used to come here and scan the pyramid with the help of rays. And these three pyramids of Giza, no matter how big, leave your heart feeling, be it the two big one or the small one, that secret chamber it present inside. All three of them, and that secret chamber could not be opened despite being in front of these eyes. The problem was that no human could reach there. But what if a robotic with the intention of sending a camera there? A robotic camera was made, and after making it, it was run in the hole made in the middle of the pyramid in such a way that it reaches the secret chamber via the king's chamber or queen's chambers. Archaeologist Rob Richardson initially thought that there must be a way to go up through these chambers, but after moving the robotic camera in both the lower chambers, he understood that these three chambers are not connected to each other. But the secret chamber had to be opened even if it was not possible to open it. Humans should not be able to go inside because even a small camera could go inside and do its work. In such a situation, Robert Richardson talked to his archaeologist friend Dr. Teje Ching, and for the next 5 years he started making something that could be a robot as well as a camera, and also they can drill the pyramid, and all this had to be done within the size limit of 20 centimeter because a gadget bigger than even 1 would not be able to travel inside the pyramid. After a lot of effort, in 5 years he finally made something like this. After making it, he placed that robotic camera in the king's chamber, left it again, and it reached the wall beyond which there was a secret chamber. Here the robotic camera used to drilling feature, and friends, for the first time we were at the place which is called the secret chamber. There was a complete darkness inside it, but when an attempt was made to see with the help of the camera light, it was seen that this place is also like a grave in which something has been written on the ground in very big letters. In fact, in ancient civilization, whenever a person used to read another person's text, if he used to write something for the emperor, he used to write it on the walls like the sign of Mayan civilization or the sign of Emperor Ashoka in Pali and Sanskrit language. But it was written towards the sky, it was written on the ground. This text was not in the language which was written on the earth, that it was engraved on the lower walls. This difference or disparity between the two languages tells us that if the text was not meant for us, then for whom was it written? There was an answer to this, that it is possible that this text was written for the workers working here. About 20 to 30,000 workers worked here, and it was expected that this would be an instruction related to that. But you will be surprised to know that the laborers here were also a part of the royal family, because when their skeletons were analyzed, it was found that they to be underwent surgery and their broken bones were also treated, meaning that they were being given so much medical facilities. they cannot be slave. So the theory of writing a separate language for them does not seem to be accurate. But there is another theory in which perhaps the correct answer has been given. This theory is the Orient collection theory. In fact, whenever the Pyramid of Giza is seen at its appears that these pyramids are neither of the same shape nor in the same line, whereas 5000 years ago, if people wanted, they could have built them in the same shape or in a line as well. Although the Egyptian archaeologists believed that maybe there is some pattern between them, and this pattern was noticed by Robert Baudelaire, who observed that these three pyramids are like stars present in the middle of the Orion star, the middle star being bigger, the one on the other side being smaller, and the light of the star on the corner being dim. All these three being things can be seen in the Pyramid of Giza from the Orion Belt. This connection is revealed by the unique language written in the secret chamber. These things tells us that even though the pyramids are on the ground, they definitely have some connection with the space. We will be able to know about this connection only when we somehow reach inside the secret chamber and read the languages written there. Before it can be decoded, we can only guess what is in the secret chamber and why these pyramids were built. By the way, friends, what do you think was the reason for building these pyramids? Comment your answer. Do share it in the box. That all for today's video. If you like the video, then do like and share it. And if you are new to the channel, then do subscribe to the channel. See you soon in another such an interesting video. Till then, goodbye.